Oh, damn it. Oh, hey y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Wait, I don't even know if my mic is on. Hang on. Mm, Solo Jen. Can y'all hear me okay? I'm not too low. Yeah, I wasn't planning on going live. I just decided to because people kept saying, "When next time you gonna go live on YouTube?" Usually, I go live on TikTok whenever I do go live. I be on TikTok a lot. But I took a break, so um, yeah, I don't know if you. I guess y'all can't really see my. Y'all can't see my. Oh, you know what I should have did? I should have. Let me see something. No, it's too late. Eh, damn it. Okay, well, forget it. I'll do it next time I go live. Y'all know what's been frustrating me is that a lot of people think that I hang on one second. A lot of people think that I got all this smoke for mothers. Like I get on here and I shame mothers for being moms. That is so frustrating. Hi Marsha. Hi child free person. Hi Pepper Ann. That name is funny. Um I just wanted to say you look lovely today. Thank you, Goofy the Goose. Um, yeah, I get really frustrated because I get accused of. So I do. Y'all know if y'all are new here, then you should know that I mostly do women centered content, and I do child free women content. Like child free is like that's the that's like my main thing. Living an art, what do you want to call it? Alternative lifestyle. For women. So that's my sole audience, but it's women centered as well. And I believe on this channel that women should do whatever the hell they want to do instead of following the status quo. Instead of doing what society tells you to do you. And so I'm making my content for women and especially child-free women. And a lot of people they come on here and they comment and they're like, "Oh, you think you're better than everybody else," or what they say a lot. You're gonna die alone with cats and whatever. They project. And there are I think there are some mothers that come here and they think that I bully mothers or that I am like on some high horse, like I'm better than them, and they just been saying crazy shit. And for the most part, um, it doesn't really bother me for the most part. I would say generally speaking on a normal average day, I'm not bothered by that. But every now and then when it's that many moms or women in general coming at me thinking that I think I'm better than them, then it starts to get to me a little bit because that's the last thing that I, that's the last thing that I want to do. But I do understand that sometimes I come across a little crass, but that's just because people be fucking with me. So if you're fucking with me, I'm gonna be crass. Like and I won't apologize for it. So I'll say that I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. But I definitely try not to be that person. I really do. But y'all be well, not y'all, but some of them they really be pushing my buttons. Let's see here. Um That's not what I get from your content. These people are projecting. They are. They are. Even the ones that I don't think mean any harm, even them, I don't think they're projecting. I'm a mom of 3. Everything you have said, I agree. I'm glad women are saying no to kids. Thank you. And I'm always very grateful to the moms that come on here and that they're like, look, do you. So the ones that are supportive like I love y'all because there's no better person or group of people that I feel can, I guess, sort of help validate the experience of child free women other than actual mothers who support child free women. Like, you know what I mean? It's like coming straight from the horse's mouth. That means a lot to me. Um, how long have you been live? Like 5 minutes. I don't even think it's been 5 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. I just got on here. Yeah, I'm gonna start back going live on YouTube. I usually go live on TikTok because TikTok is a lot easier. You just like click live and then it's just, I don't know, it's easier. Um can you give your opinion on Dochi saying that straight men are a red flag? A lot of straight men are upset at her saying that. I don't know the context of that. If she's saying straight men as in they're all misogynistic and they all follow the patriarchy, then I would agree with that. But I don't know the context. I don't even know who you're talking about. Dochi? I'm not even sure who that is. But I would have to hear the context first before I would agree. But if it's based on being misogynistic and following patriarchy, then they kind of are a red flag. And only in that regard, if you get what I'm saying. Child-free women are actively reducing global warming and its effects. I agree. And we should continue. Those women sound miserable and like they regret their own choices. Yes, Marsha. Yeah, I agree. Mothers always bully me. Fuck. Yeah. They be on here trying to bully. They do. And I'm not saying all of them because I know it's not all mothers. Now, when we talk about not all men, and I'll be like, that's bullshit. But when I say not all mothers, I really mean not all mothers. Like if anybody say not all mothers, I believe you because I know it's not all mothers. Seriously. So I always want to make sure that I make that distinction. But yeah, when people get on here and try to be funny or they try to be passive aggressive, like somebody called me baby girl in one of the comments earlier, and I was like, bitch, but I caught myself. But I did tell her to go fuck off. Or that's not what I said. I told her to get the fuck on. That's what I told her. Like, bye. Like, why are you here? Don't be disrespectful. And I told some other woman on TikTok earlier because she called me baby, just wait till you older. I said, do not call me baby. I'm probably old enough to be your mama. I don't know how old she was. She looked like she was in her 20s. Either way, I'm old enough to be your mama. Watch your mouth, little girl. Let's see. Ash. That name is funny. Said maybe it's because you make comparisons with yours as a superior choice. So I think that my choice is the superior choice, but for me, not for everybody else. Just like the mothers come on here and try to make child-free women think that their choice is superior, and it is for them. But I don't project that off onto other people. When I get on here and make content, I make content for child-free women. Whenever I'm talking about child-free stuff, I'm talking directly to child-free women. And so whenever I'm talking to child-free women, there is no need for really anybody else to get involved in that particular conversation because it's not directed towards them. But when I look at it and say, it's not that I think I'm better, but when you come at me talking about, oh, you're gonna miss out on the joys of motherhood and you're gonna be lonely drinking those mimosas by yourself when you're 80 years old and all that, when you do that, then yes, bitch, my choice is superior. But to me. So if I say I'm gonna make a smart decision and I have kids, I'm not saying I'm smarter than you. I'm saying it's smart for me because I know I don't want that shit. It would be dumb for me to have children when I know I don't want them. To bring a kid here knowing ahead of time that I don't want them. That would be dumb. The smart thing would be for me to follow my own path and follow my own gut instinct. If that still comes across as me thinking I'm superior, then honestly, I don't know what else to tell you. That sounds like a personal problem. And I'm not saying to you directly, Ash, but I'm saying to anybody else who feel that way. And if you do feel that way, then I am talking to you. But I'm not saying you directly in this moment. But that's what that boils down to. I make the smart or superior decision for my life. They don't want us to have our own space. They don't, and that's too bad. Do you think there are any valid points from the other side? If I'm being honest, do I think there's any valid points from the other side? If you're talking about motherhood, my answer is going to be a huge, fat, resounding no. Not saying that a mother's experience is not valid from her point of view, but what you think is valid from your point of view has nothing to do with me. So therefore, no, it's not valid. If that makes sense. I hope I'm being clear. Because when people tell me, I'll give you an example. A lot of mothers come on here and they're like, you're never going to know the real joy of love, and you're never going to experience real love until you have a child. And that's not valid to me because, first of all, I love myself. Secondly, I got brothers and sisters that love me and I love them, right? I have a shit ton of family and friends that I love and care for. So I am experiencing love. And they said, but it's never nothing like the love like a kid. Well, I don't give a fuck because that's not, I'm not out here looking for love in an innocent baby. So from your side of things, it's not valid towards when your point of view would never ever be valid to me because we want different things in life. We're seeing this whole thing from two different points of view. So no, it wouldn't be valid. I love my mom, but the rest, bye bye. That's funny. Advocate without downplaying. Let your choice speak for itself. My choice does speak for itself. But I also decide to get on social media and connect with other child-free women. Anybody that doesn't want to connect with me because they feel like I'm downplaying can always dismiss themselves. But what I'm not going to do is downplay my life to make somebody else feel better about their choices. That might be harsh, but life is harsh. I mean, the best thing I can tell you to do is find a way to get through it. I don't know what else to tell you. Doechii is a queer woman herself, so I get it. Okay, well, that speaks volumes then. How do I deal with an aunt who wants to spill an embarrassing thing that happened with me at the gym she works at? Ooh. So she wants to tell people something embarrassing that happened to you? Is that what you're saying? If she does, I'll just cut the bitch off. If you go to somebody and you say, hey, telling people this is going to harm me or embarrass me, and they do it anyway, I promise you it's because they don't give two fucks about you. So you might as well not give two fucks about them. It's really that simple. And I don't care if it's a mom or a dad or an auntie or a best friend or a boyfriend. If a person goes against your wishes, they don't care about you. Point blank, period. So, and that's easy for me to say because I'm quick to cut off anybody, family or not. That whole blood is thicker than water thing, that shit don't matter to me. It hasn't mattered to me since I was a teenager. I will cut you off quick. And I won't lose no sleep. As a matter of fact, I'll sleep better, most likely. Wait, I'm trying to catch up on you. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Hold on, y'all. Some kids, first bullies are their own parents. Facts. I think most kids who end up with bullies, it be their parents first. That's probably true most of the time. I'm just saying. Doechii, am I saying her name right? Doechii is queer, is a thing. Cishet men are at the bottom choices. It wasn't that serious. Mom of two, love my kids, love my child-free friends. Every woman should be free to choose what they want to do, and patriarchy should die regardless. Love from Black friends. Thank you very much. And I agree. Patriarchy should die, literally. Celine, do you have any embarrassing tea about that aunt? If so, I will let her know. Absolutely. Thank you, Marsha. Yep. Listen, I don't want the petty 20-something in me to come back out again. When I was in my 20s, right, I was hell-bent on gathering dirt on people. Just for the sole purposes of having something in the chamber for when they crossed me. If they never crossed me, they never had anything to worry about. But I always keep one in the chamber on everybody. Now that I'm older, I don't even really be around people like that. So I don't really care if people got. I just happen to find stuff out about people. People come to me and tell me shit that I don't even care about all the time. So it's so funny because when I was in my 20s, I would look for shit to have on people. So I would do it normally towards people who I knew were cut like that, right? Now at my age, I would say maybe even like my mid-30s, people just come to me and tell me stuff. Like I'll be minding my own business, and next thing you know, la 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 la, somebody come up to me and be like, "Hey, you know such and such, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "For real?" Eating my popcorn. And so I'm telling you, I was nothing to be messed with back in the day. I got stories. But yeah, I agree with Marsha, Celine. If you got some dirt on her, tell her. Well, then I'm gonna tell yo baby daddy that little Junior not his, or something like that. Whatever the secret is. Try me. You want to try me? Cause see, I believe in matching energy. I did a video on my TikTok a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, whenever it was, and I said I am not the bigger person. Don't ever expect me to be the bigger person. You will be disappointed every time. The bigger person shit doesn't work on me anymore. Maybe when I was a teenager or maybe early 20s. Now I'm the more petty person. I sleep better at night being petty than I do being the bigger person. So if you think I'm supposed to like live up to you're supposed to be mature than that expectation, you're wrong. Absolutely wrong. Let me see. She's like, "Oh, I'm going to tell your mom when I'm 25. What? What? Of course, don't tell us what it is, but is it that bad? I feel like most people who come after child-free women aren't even aware of how pissed they are about their decisions until they meet us. Alexandria, that is so true. I say that all the time. Most people just live their lives because this is what society told them. And then somewhere down the road, they're trying to figure out, why am I not happy? Why is my life a mess? Why are things not working out? And they don't figure it out until they come across a carefree, child-free woman that's out here just chilling or living her best life or whatever. And then it forces them to reevaluate their own decision. And then they get upset. When you really sit there and think about it, like, damn, you mean to tell me I had a choice? I could have said no to this, and I could have like went to college, or I would have traveled the world, or I could have did this or that. Damn. And the only way you can really cope with or deal with that really is to go to therapy and work on yourself, or you take your anger out on child-free women. And I see that a big number of them would prefer to take their anger out on child-free women. That's very unfortunate. And they tell us things like, our lives don't have any meaning and blah, 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 blah. And you're not a real woman. And it's like, boo, ain't nothing you saying is going to change my mind. You don't even want to be in your situation. So, of course I don't. And I don't know a nicer way to say that. See the Hispanic boy beating up a little black girl is getting serious out here. Whew, stuff like that. That's why I don't need to be no mama either. Because I will fight a kid. I will whoop your kid's ass if you touch mine. Not for no reason. If you are beating up my daughter, and that's another thing. If I had kids If I had a daughter, I would be putting her in martial arts at a very young age. She'll be 3, already knowing how to do taekwondo or something. Number 1. Number 2, my child will not get in trouble or get punished for whooping somebody's ass, because that's what I'm going to teach you. That's what you need to do, is whoop their ass back, hit them back. And I will only whoop you if you don't whoop their ass. That's what I would teach my daughter, because you're going to learn quick not to fuck with my child. The people who would want to bully my child, they're gonna learn really quick. She or he will shut that shit down. Well, she will shut that shit down ASAP. It'll be a known thing. Don't F with her. Because see, I would teach my child to defend themselves at all costs, and they will not get in trouble when they get home. As a matter of fact, I might reward you with ice cream or something. Let's see. Celine, yikes, she sounds immature. I missed it. What did she? What was it? Oh wait, I already said that. Let's see. The choice that doesn't impact another human's life is always the superior choice. Let me read that again. The choice that doesn't impact another human's life is always. I agree. I agree with that, Danielle. Because let's say when people tell me I'm gonna regret not having kids when I turn 80, I've been hearing that for like 33 years, y'all, by the way. Over 3 decades, I've been hearing that same thing. And even if I regret not having kids later, which that's never going to happen, by the way. But even if it did, I would rather regret not having them than regret having them, because if I don't have them and I live in regret, first of all, that regret will only last like what? I don't know, 5 business days, and then I'll be back to normal again. Oh, damn, I should have had kids. Fuck. And then next thing you know, I'm back to normal, living my life. And it would affect no one except me. But if I have a kid and then I regret having them and I'm miserable, and if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't do it, and blah, 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 and I'm living my life like that. Now there's a kid hanging in the negative balance of my choice. Now I'm hurting an innocent child. That's always going to be the inferior choice when you bring a kid here. But like she said, it's always going to be a superior choice when you're not affecting anyone else, but maybe yourself, but no one else. So I completely agree with that. I chose child free. This realm that we inhabit is too. Listen, cray cray is funny because my boyfriend's nephew is like 8 or 9, and he's all like, that's his favorite word is cray cray, which I think is so funny. Coming from a little white kid. That's the funniest shit ever. Anyway, let's let her daughter meet men online and bring them home and have sex with her husband. Wait, what? She lets her daughter meet men online and bring them. How old is this auntie? And how old is this daughter? Oh my goodness. Since I was a kid, I knew I didn't want kids. I'm about to enter my Jesus year, and that has changed. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, wait. Yo, Jesus year. Wait, what that mean? That mean you finna be 33? Is that what that mean? I don't know what that mean. Because wasn't Jesus 33? I don't know. I've seen in real time how having children will make your life so inconvenient. And then if you have multiple, you basically ruined it. Oh, girl. I ain't gonna lie. I feel the same way. I don't think every single person has ruined their life if they had kids, but I do think it's the majority. And I'm not saying that to be mean or to sound like I'm bullying anybody. I'm just saying, like, that's why when people ask me why I chose not to have, that's literally why. Like, it seems miserable. It doesn't seem happy. And people tell me, you're miserable. You're going to be, and I'm like, I would rather be miserable in my old age alone than miserable with kids that I never wanted. I mean, let's be real. Which one? Mm. It's going to be a long 4 years. Hopefully, the white liberal male can come up with some type of strategy. I listen. I'm not trying to be doomsday or Debbie Downerish, but I don't think this is going to be over in 4 years, y'all. I hope I'm wrong. We can when the 4 years is up and it's over, y'all can refer back to this live and say Sovereign, you were wrong, and I will jump for joy because I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think this is going to be over in 4 years. The way they're going, Trump wants a dictatorship. I think that's pretty obvious with everything that was in Project 2025. That's literally everything that he's rolling out right now, little by little, one by one, was all in Project 2025. So, for all the people who believed him when he said, I don't know what Project 2025 is. I don't know what's in it. It don't have nothing to do with me. The moment he said that for the first time, I was like, he lying. I knew he was lying. And for those of us who read Project 2025, we see every day the DEI, the immigrant, start deporting immigrants, the tariffs, getting rid of the Department of Ed, getting rid of federal jobs. Everything that he's done in the last, month or so, or a couple months or whatever, since January, everything he's done, all outlined in Project 2025. And if I remember correctly, I think it's all in order, but I could be wrong on that. I think I remember it all being in order. So if you want to know what's probably going to come next, go read Project 2025. See what he's already done and see what's coming next. I'm just saying. And he made a statement that I won't forget ever. Vote for me now and you will never have to vote again. That scared the shit out of me because to me that sounded like they don't want us to vote no more. I don't know what that means. I know Congress and they're not gonna let him get away with everything, but then again, maybe they might. They're letting him get away with shit so far. I don't know. So I wouldn't count on 4 years. I would count on, I don't know. I don't have a number, but I definitely think it's longer than 4. I don't know why people are so angry at child-free women. It was only a few years ago they were crying about the world's overpopulation. Exactly. Exactly. What the y'all listen. Exactly. I got all this junk on my desk. So my thing is, we're either overpopulated or the birth rates are getting too low. Which one is it? But see, I actually think it's both. I think because we're overpopulated, Mother Nature is making it to where the birth total is going down, if that makes sense. This is all Mother Nature, if you ask me. I don't think it's a coincidence that women are waking up at the same time all over the world. I don't think that's a coincidence. Not by a long shot. Having children ages you on a cellular level. I'm not trying to age prematurely. I have so much respect for the good parents out there. I agree. I always say, they always tell me, yeah, you pretty now, but you ain't gonna have your looks forever. I was like, you goddamn right. You are right. I'm not gonna have my looks forever. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not gonna speed up the process by having a bunch of kids. Snap. I sure in the hell ain't. So I mean, I'm not delusional. I know ain't nobody gonna be good looking forever. Ain't nobody gonna be young forever. I had days now where my knees feel like they be cracking. So I already know, but I'm okay with it. And no, I would not be getting no plastic surgery or nothing. I'm not doing none of that because I don't give a damn. As a matter of fact, the more or the least attractive I become to men, the safer I'm gonna feel. So I'm just saying. Find a way to get through it. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I'm so slow. Let me speed up a little bit. I got these glasses off of Temu, actually. Was it Temu or was it Amazon? I want to say it was Temu. So they ain't no brand. They don't got no name on them. And if I'm not mistaken, let me think. If I got them off Temu, I'm sure they were no more than $5. And if I got them off Amazon, they were probably no more than like 15, maybe. But I really think I got these off Amazon. I mean, off of Temu. Temu had the cutest glasses, and they be like $2, $3, $4, $5. I'm not even joking. I don't know if y'all deal with Temu or not, but I love Temu. I'll be having packages coming from there like every fucking 3 days. It seemed like I have a shopping addiction. I'm trying to cut back though because this economy, I don't know where this economy about to head. So, but to be honest, I'm probably still gonna have a shopping addiction if I'm being honest with myself. I know how to cut back when I need to cut back, but I'm never gonna go more than a month without like ordering something. That's just not gonna happen. You were dealing with an older man. Okay, wait, let me try to catch up. Maybe you're in your ego stage as a Scorpio. Probably, but I kind of think I've been in my ego stage, maybe. I don't know. Mm, Carmen Sandiego, that is so funny. I like your name. You just made me think about that song. Y'all remember that song? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I always love hearing all the unsolicited tea. Wait, what you talking about? Listen, Celine, and anybody else in this chat, cut people off that don't mean you no good. I don't give a damn who they are. I tell people to cut their own mama off. If your mother is causing you more strife than happiness, she needs to be cut off. And I'm not even being funny. Like some people, like for me, I'll give y'all a perfect example. Black China mama. Y'all know Black China mama. If you got a mama like that, oh my God. A narcissistic mom or oh, I got a super chat. Oh God. I told y'all about these super chats. We absolutely love you at my job. You are the truth. Thank you, Brandy. That is so generous. Thank you so much. No, she said, we love you at my job. Oh, who is we? Thank you so much for that. I hope you're still in here because I'm just now seeing that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cut people off, please. I'm so serious. I promise y'all. It seemed heartless at first because that's how I was. I was like, that seemed kind of heartless. I don't know if I could do that. I'm telling you, your life drastically improves when you cut negativity out of it. It just gets better. You just look around and you be like, you know what? I just feel good today for no reason. You know, why? And then you start putting two and two together, and you're like, you know what? I ain't been dealing with I don't know, Sarah's bullshit or Keisha's constant complaining or whatever it is. You realize you ain't been dealing with that, and that's why you've been in a good mood. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. Y'all gotta learn how to cut people off. I'm so serious. I would rather regret not having kids than regretting the kids I had. Facts. That's what they don't understand. A lot of parents don't understand that. I'm like, I would rather sit in a rocking chair at 85 and rock back and forth and get my little tissue. Like, what the fuck was wrong with me? Baby. I should have had like 3, 4, 5 kids. Oh shit. I would rather end up like that than to be one of those women that's just running around miserable all day, tired all day, can't find time to work out, can't find time to do things you want to do, looking older and haggard. I'm sorry. Like we only get one life. You get one life, that's it. And look, we ain't finna get on no religious shit. I know some people believe in afterlives and whatever else, and that's fine. I don't. I think this is the only life we're gonna get. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not telling y'all what to believe. I believe we get one life. I'm just saying. So I'm not gonna waste the one life that I know I'm getting because I'm living it, believing in something that may or may not come. I'm not gonna waste that being miserable. Not interested. When they fall, women will rise. Men are going to be at war with each other. I actually wish like 60% of all males just disappeared. Like went to an island or something. What was the name of that island where Jurassic Park was? Was it somewhere off of, what did he say it was, off the coast of Costa Rica or something? What was it, y'all? Any Jurassic Park fans in here? Whatever it was called. Komodo Island? Thank you. Thank you so much. I knew somebody in here was a Jurassic Park head. I am too, but I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah. I wish they all went there. And then the helicopter just took off and never came back to get them. That's if I could snap my fingers and wish upon a star, that's what I would wish for. I'm being so serious. And if they get attacked by the T-Rexes and the Velociraptors and whoever else, then so be it. I don't care. If they just go there and just live happily amongst each other, that's great too. But I'll be waving from the helicopter. Bye. We ain't coming back for y'all's asses either. I love the theme song at the end of your videos. How did that come about? Oh, you know what? I was supposed to look. Let me find the answer to that real quick. Because I got that off of TikTok and I forgot the name of that sound on TikTok. So let me go look and see if I can find it. Hold on 1 second. I heard that on this one girl's she played on one of her videos or on one of her lives or whatever, and I thought it was the funniest shit. And this was like last year sometime. Let me see what the sound is called. No. Oh dang. Koji? Is it called Koji? If you go on TikTok and type in "fuck these men on the internet," it'll come up. That's the only way I think I would know how to get to it. Her name was Miss Andrea on TikTok. That's who page I got it from. But that was sometime last year, so I'm sure it's way down in her videos. You might not find it easily. But if you type "fuck these men on the internet" in TikTok search bar, I'm sure it'll come up. Let me try that theory out and see if it does. Hold on 1 second. Oh, maybe we can't put the F word on there. Let me see. Oh, you can. Yeah. If you type that in, it'll come up. Oh my God, this song is so funny. Yep, that's all you got to do. But you got to do it on TikTok because if you type it in anywhere else, I don't know if it's going to pop up or not. Put them on an island. I'm so serious about that too, y'all. Oh, the Sovereign Woman. Damn, Sovereign, you can be easily mistaken for a college student, youthful and stress-free. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some people tell me I look my age, and then some people say, "No, you look like you in your 20s." And then I hear, "Oh, you look like you about 32. No, you look 25. Oh, you look 30. Oh, I thought you." Somebody told me that I was 19. I said, "I know you fucking lying." That was the youngest I heard was 19. That was recent too. I said, ain't no way. But thank you, but no. I don't know if that's offensive or what. That young? Maybe I was being childish that day. Cause I definitely have my childish days when I'm like super goofy and I'm like laughing at everything. And if I have my hair like up in a big puff ponytail, maybe I look younger. I don't know. But I don't think I look that young. I mean, I'm like, come on now. Y'all be saying, not anybody in the chat, but people just be saying anything. It's so funny to me. Women and children would be safer 60%, really about 80. Um 80 is realistic. No, sorry. 60 is more realistic only because if we weed out at least 60 horrible men, that would leave the rest of the men who are mediocre or decent to do all the hard labor that we don't want to do. So we got to keep some of them here. You feel me? We got to keep some of them here so they can, take on the hard labor. Um All the while, I imagine it was you, Lisa, and Gwen singing that song. Oh, I wish. Man, listen. What? We will make so much money if we if we I wish that was my song. Because I first heard that when I tell y'all I was in tears from laughing so hard. Oh no, I wish. I'm gonna tell them about that. They're gonna crack up. They gonna crack up. I wish that was our song. We were talking about writing a book together one day, maybe. I don't know if we don't know if that's gonna happen, but we definitely discussed it with our producer before. I wish we would put all the dudes together someplace, then they could go be with their bros physically, like they have all secretly wanted DL life. They don't have to be DL anymore. I agree with that. I actually think if society made it more actually the men did this. The reason why a lot of men don't want to come out the closet is because of other men. So if they found a way to make it more accepting and they stopped saying, "Oh, you're a beta male if you're this and you're that," if they stopped all of that and let men just come out, I honestly think maybe the world would be a better, safer place because then they don't have a reason to hide who they are. They don't have a reason to attack women because they really don't even like women anyways, a lot of them, right? I don't think I think that would be a step. I don't think it'll cure all the problems in the world, but I think it would be a definite positive step in the right direction, if that makes sense. I actually wish more men would just come out and stop being cowards, honestly, because I do feel like the world would be safer because you ain't got to walk around with all this aggression because you're mad that you can't be who you really want to be. So if you're not angry, your chances of you wanting to harm somebody just drastically decreases, right? There's no reason for you to be angry. Because I think a lot of that is why a lot of men are angry. They're just angry. And why they hate women so much because they feel like we can be free and we can cry in front of people and they can't. And we have a support system. We have friends that we can go cry on their shoulders to and they can't. Their homies will make fun of them. And so they think we got it easier and they hate and resent us for it. But I feel like if we allowed them to just like it's okay. And I think subconsciously and consciously that's why a lot of women are okay and we accept the LGBTQ community because it's like why would we not? People got the right to live their life how they want. I just don't like when you are either trying to infringe upon the rights of somebody else or if you're harming somebody. Outside of that, I don't give a damn. This is like the only life we're gonna get. I mean, live your life to the fullest. Get some of that violence and aggression out for sure. I agree with that. Millennial and Gen Z perception of youth is night and day. Gen Z look older than they are by a lot. You know what I think? I agree with that, by the way, for the most part. I think that so if you are a millennial in here, so like if you are an 80s baby and you grew up in in the mid to late 80s and then the 90s and would y'all agree that okay, have y'all been seeing like videos, like funny videos where they say they can't believe that we're the new adults and like who let us who allowed us to be the new adults and stuff like that? Have y'all ever seen like memes or videos? Because it's so true. Like we're the new aunties, or we're the old aunties now, or whatever. I think because we haven't had a break, we grew up at the tail end of like chivalry and the tail end of go outside and play and have fun, but you better have your ass in the house before the street lights come on, right? We grew up in a time where we didn't have cell phones, and then we had cell phones. There was a time when we didn't have internet, and then suddenly we had internet. So we grew up at a time where we really went through a lot, and we never really had a break. But we also had comedians like Eddie Murphy and what's the other one name that died? Richard Pryor. And they would say a lot of crazy shit on stage, and it wasn't something that could get them canceled back in the days, right? Because we had to develop a tough skin, but we also just had a good sense of humor. Like we was able to get over stuff. And I think that's why, and I don't know if this is making sense what I'm saying, but because of how resilient we are, and we kind of grew up in like the beginning stages of like technology, like internet technology and social media and all that stuff. We knew what it was like to have both. And so I think that's why we come across as like more relaxed and have more of a sense of humor, and a lot of things don't bother us because we've been made to be resilient, right? If that makes sense of what I'm saying. Gen Z grew up and all they know is the internet and don't hurt my feelings, and this person could be canceled because I have thin skin, and and so they and the beauty standards were way, and I'm not saying that they wasn't bad when we were coming up, but social media like really made that worse with like Kim Kardashian. So you got all these young girls who feel like they have to look a certain way. They want to go get BBLs. They want to do all this stuff. Um, because the pressures are really on them, because social media is all they know. They don't know what it's like to have to memorize grandma's phone number, Auntie Sheila phone number, Auntie Pam phone number, your daddy phone number, the lady from the church phone number. Like we had to remember everybody's number from scratch by heart. Remember? We didn't have cell phones to like store everybody's, you know what I mean? We had to work hard. We didn't have the Nintendo came around after a while or whatever, but all the little apps and stuff that they got now, we didn't have all of that. We went outside and played hide and go seek, hide and go get it, and whatever. What I don't know what's somebody double dutching and jumping rope outside and stuff, riding our bikes. Like we made fun, we made up stuff, and I think it built us to be resilient. But a lot of these young girls want to be, I'm not saying they want to be Kim Kardashian, but I'm saying like they want that aesthetic so bad that they're willing to just wear a shit ton of makeup and at fucking 12 years old. I remember so not the man that I'm with now, but my last boyfriend, he had 4 kids. No, 3 of his kids lived with us, and one of them didn't. And they were like 11 and 12, or were they no, they were 12 and 13, I think. A twin boy and girl were the same age, and then the oldest one was like 13. So they were pretty much teenagers when I came around. And they mama let them wear lashes. And I was like, why these girls got what? They would be like, Dad, can you take me to the store to buy me some lashes? And I would look like, the fuck? You 12. What the fuck you need some lashes for? But they mama let them do it. So they mama was a hot mess, by the way. She was a hot mess. We never got into it or nothing like that. I got along with his baby mamas, actually. Now, deep down, none of them liked me. I did know that. I wasn't stupid. But we never like fell out or nothing like that. But I couldn't go against her. But what I did tell them was that it's fun to do the lashes and stuff on like prom or homecoming or whatever, but y'all don't need that stuff. They were very pretty girls, and I wanted them to know that they didn't need all of that to be pretty. That was my biggest thing. I just want, as long y'all can do it for fun, but as long as you know that you don't need this to be pretty, that's all. I just want to make sure you know that. That's it. Don't try to grow up fast. You know, And I used to have a friend who I am no longer friends with because the bitch started getting on my nerves. But she used to let her daughters wear makeup and lashes, and they were around the same age. They were like 13, 14 or whatever at the time. And she got mad at me because, first of all, I didn't even know that she was going to get offended. But I told her, I was like, thank you, Pepper Ann. Thank you for that. I just saw it. I didn't know she was going to get mad. So she was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I'm just frustrated. She was like, why? I was like, because I just don't understand why those kids' mama let them wear lashes. She looked at me like, what's wrong with that? That's how she talked too, by the way. What's wrong with that? I let my girls wear lashes. I mean, she got all extra offended. I was like, sorry, I wasn't trying to offend you. I just don't think that these girls need lashes. And all this extra fucking makeup and all this fucking what they call it, the beat face with all the contouring and all, for what? For what? Like, it wouldn't be my daughter. I'm just saying. I will let my daughter start experimenting with that when she turns 16 because she was going to prom or something like that. But yeah, nah. Absolutely not. Because for what? So a bunch of grown ass men would want to pretend like they thought she was older and try to take advantage? No. Because that's all it is. But also the biggest thing too was I didn't want them to become insecure where they feel like I'm not pretty without all of that stuff. That was the biggest lesson that I wanted them to know. That's why men don't like August Alsina. Wait, what about August Alsina? August Alsina is a very interesting person. Not in a bad way. But what y'all talking about? What I miss? I wish there were more women like you in my country. Most of them are either hardcore pick-me's or not all men feminists. You know, pick-me women are just gonna find out the hard way. I had to come to that. I had to accept that. Because at first I was like, save all the women. We're all one. I love them all. Right? And now I'm like, nah, you know what? We need pick-me's though. We do. We need the pick-me's to ward off the guys when we don't want to be bothered. So they're doing their job, right? I mean, that's the only way to look at it. You have to look at it that way to keep from losing your mind. I'm just being honest. But I ain't finna let them stress me out. So they learn the hard way, and that's not on that. Jay Moreau said, I finally caught one of your lives. Yeah, I haven't been on live for YouTube live in a while. Oh, it's been since last year sometime. The summer, maybe? It's been a while. Meanwhile, most women are likely attracted to gay men, either unknowingly or knowingly. They look the best, good hygiene, etc. A lot of what straight men are lacking. Ain't that so unfortunate? Like, why? Because why? Because I ain't gonna say they're a waste, like they're a waste of human or anything, but I'm saying like, what a waste, right? And I'm not saying that to be derogatory. If there's anybody that's gay in the comments, please don't take it that way. But it's like a waste to straight women. Like, damn it. You know what I mean? It's a good thing that I'm saying that. It's not a bad thing. I really hope the Afghani and Iranian women continue to fight for their rights. I believe they will. I think they'll keep fighting. Because you either fight or perish, right? I mean, those are your only two options. A lot of people are saying that Gen Z are looking like older. Wow. Millennials are aging backwards and sexier. Yeah, I really think it's because of the time period. I really do. Geriatric millennial. Ain't that crazy? Because I'm 40. I know I would be considered a geriatric millennial too. That's so funny. All of my aunties are mammies. A lot of mine were too. I grew up around that. But then, I grew up around a lot of women who are pick-me's, but they also like to play mind games with men. So I got the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? Like as long as I was able to see and learn how they play games with men, and I learned how to play those same games in order to get what I wanted when I was growing up. So some of them learned their lesson. I still think they were pygmies. Like even a lot of my aunties are gone, at least on my mom's side. All of my aunties are alive on my dad's side. Ain't nobody on my dad's side died actually, except my dad's mom. All his brothers and sisters, knock on wood, they all still alive. On my mom's side, my grandmother, my mom's mom had 6 daughters. It's only 1 left, and my grandmother is gone as well. And in that 6 or that 5, included my mother. So they all gone except 1. Are anybody or are anybody is anybody shocked about Umar Johnson? Because I'm not. I'm not. There isn't space for teenagers to be teenagers anymore. That died out when I was in high school. That was from 2014 to 2018. Kids today only have the Wadas of the world. Yeah, that's pretty sad. And then they're growing up in a time too where they're seeing like all of these celebrities are being found out as being undercover trash and whatever, you know what I mean? They don't have anybody to look up to. Not saying that anybody should have ever looked up to celebrities, but I am saying when we were coming up, there was a certain like glitz and glam of Hollywood or the music industry that there was a lot of things that we were not able to see. So it was a lot of secrets happening. All of the depravity was happening behind the scenes, but we could still aspire to that. Like, wow, the lifestyles of the rich and the famous. You know, there was like this illusion. They don't even have the illusion anymore nowadays because everybody's being found out. So thank you. Well, how do you say that? W Zeris? What? I don't be know how to say none of y'all names. But thank you for the super chat. Do you think sexual trauma can affect a person's sexuality? Absolutely, it can. I think that's the number one thing that affects a person's sexuality, probably. I ain't gonna say number one. It depends on what happened. But yes, I would say for sure. It can affect it. Do I think that it will completely do I think it can completely like change it? I don't know. I would say no. So for an example, if if a little boy was inappropriately touched and then he grew up to be gay, um I do believe that what happened to him played a part in it. But I also, and this is just my own belief, I'm not claiming this to be true or science or scientific or nothing. In my own personal opinion, I believe people are just born with their sexuality. So whatever you end up being is just what you were always going to be anyway. And I think also certain things may help to bring that out, if that makes sense. Cause like, and so I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of people when I was coming up, they were complaining about too much gay and lesbian stuff on TV because it's gonna turn these kids gay. It's a bad they're trying to turn the kids gay, so we can't have this on TV. We can't have it in all these shows or all these movies. I grew up watching a bunch of shows with gay people, and I'm not gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I will never be gay, like ever. So do you get what I mean? Like I don't think that a person can necessarily be turned that way, but I do think that certain experiences can help them become what they already were or what they were already going to be. I hope that's making sense because I'm probably not saying it clear enough. Um us millennials came up in the individuality era. We are not trying to be like anyone else. I believe that as well. For sure. That's very true. I didn't start wearing makeup for real until my 30s. It was usually just lip gloss and mascara. I started wearing makeup in like maybe the 6th grade because we had a picture day And I was definitely finna do my eyeliner and put on some lipstick for picture day. And I snuck out the house so my mama wouldn't see it. And of course she seen it when the pictures came back. And I thought she was mad at me because she made me think she was mad at me. And then come to find out, she was like telling all my aunties, her sisters and my grandma, everybody, all her friends, how funny she thought it was. Like she was like, I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna say she was proud of me, but I guess as a mother, it was funny to see me growing up or me trying makeup or whatever, if that makes sense. Thank you. Um, if that makes sense, right? So yeah, that's when it started for me. I didn't go full-fledged makeup until I would say high school. Probably like 15, 16. The foundation, let me think. I think I started with the foundation and all that stuff probably when I was like 16. Cause yeah, I started modeling at that age. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was into all of the contouring and all this other crap for pictures because I wasn't walking around with contour on my face. But I knew they taught me how to do it for pictures and stuff. Photo shoots or like fashion shows or whatever. Um Lace fronts 15 with no edges. That's not funny. I'm only laughing because of the way you because of the way you worded it. I'm not trying to laugh. Um and I went through a wig phase myself, but I never, when I tell you I never glued a wig to my head in my life, I don't understand that. I don't. I like it didn't seem smart. Like those wigs had those little comb clips and I would braid my hair down and put a wig cap on. And I would clip those little wig clips into my braid and that's what kept my wig secure. And try not to get into a fight so somebody can pull your wig off. But the last thing, I couldn't even imagine gluing a wig to my head. Like, oh my God. I never understood how people I mean, I understood why they did it, but no, never. Mm-mm. Now, if I put a wig on, I don't even feel comfortable anymore. Because I've been natural. Well, I used to go back and forth a lot, but I've been like completely natural where I wasn't relaxing my hair anymore until since 2013. So it's been 12 years now, I would say. Damn, really? And now I don't even want to wear a wig or nothing. I just don't even feel like myself. If I do. But I try to get into the idea of doing it for like pictures or something. If I take pictures or if I do like a funny video or something, but that's it. But yeah, I just never wanted young girls to think they need that stuff. Um, Maturity was me realizing that makeup was really making me look older, laugh out loud, and I grew up in the 2016 beauty boom. Yeah, that 2016 boom, that's really when they were like beaten faces or whatever they call it. You had this whole contour, the eyeshadow, the highlighter and all this like I was never really into all of that. Not really. Especially not walking around life every day with all that makeup on. But I would do it for pictures or like if it's New Year's and I'm going out to a club or I'm going to a party or something. But like just everyday beat, no. Mm-mm. But I do wear a little bit of makeup every day. That I do. I'm just used to it at this point. But I have my days, especially like on the weekends when I just be chilling. When I be chilling at home, like little young Miami said, some days you just want to be at home and be ashy. You ain't got to look good for nobody. I have plenty of days like that. Trust me. And my hair right now, my hair is it don't look that bad on here now, but my hair look like a bird's nest in person because I ain't feel like doing my hair. So I definitely had days when I be like, fuck it, I don't feel like doing nothing. Let me see. I'm about to get off here soon because I got some yard work to do, and I also want to get my little workout in. Let me see. The best looking men are usually gay. Yeah. That is so true. I can't think of that one gay guy's name that I follow on TikTok. Damn it, what's his name? But he is so fine to me. Very gay, extremely gay. But he is so gorgeous. He light skinned, or he might be mixed, maybe. I don't. Let me see. I can't think of his name for shit. I know if I get on here, I'm not gonna come across his content just because I'm looking for it. But on a day when I'm not looking for it, he pops up. But yeah, he's definitely gay. He's not like, it's not a secret or nothing. But I'm scrolling my timeline to see if I can find his name. He is so handsome to me. I think Anwar is handsome too. I don't know if y'all know who Anwar is, but he's another gay creator that I follow. He be like, girl. He started all his videos off with girl. He calls himself your fairy god brother or something. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about. But that's not who I'm talking about though. Damn it, what is his name? Okay, I ain't gonna find it just because I'm looking for it right now. Oh my god, this lady that be dressing up her cats. I'm scrolling on TikTok and I just passed 4 videos of the same lady dressing up her cat in different outfits. Oh my god. That is so funny. That's one of my biggest pastime things, by the way, is like watching cat videos. I watch cat videos more than anything. Like my love for cats is just crazy. And y'all want to hear something crazier? I don't even have cats at the moment. Everybody be like, girl, when you gonna get a cat? I'm like, I ain't ready. I'm not ready. But if I get one, I'm definitely gonna get 2 because gotta have at least 2. I'm not shocked about Umar at all. He said years ago his daughter would put him. What? So he knew he was a. I don't know what you're saying, but overall, you're not shocked. I'm not either. I was like, who's really shocked by this? I will say, me and my sister both get a kick out of Dr. Umar because his antics are so dramatic. He's one of those guys that you just laugh at because he's entertaining. He's full of shit, but he's entertaining too. So Dr. Umar makes me laugh. Like me and my sister just get a kick out of him, but not necessarily in a good way. So if I told him, we get such a kick out of you, he would probably think that was a compliment, but it's not. Black red pill male who preaches about the importance of family is a deadbeat. Oh, also water is wet. Exactly. This is the era of exposure for sure. The spiritual girl, he said. Oh, okay. I'm behind. Let me catch up. Wait, what did he say? I was in Publix live earlier and somebody got his live shut down. I was like, yeah. And that's another reason why I stopped going live on TikTok as much as I used to, because they be hating. And TikTok will shut your live down just because somebody didn't want your live up. Like literally. Hating ass heathens. Right. They be hating on public. Why they be hating on public so much? I am a caseworker who works with children in crisis. It's very much true that there aren't any spaces for children nowadays. No. And that's another thing I wanted to explain. Now I already know child-free women in this chat know what I'm talking about already. But for those of you who think child-free women hate kids or whatever, no the fuck we don't. As a matter of fact, you might, if you came across 100 child-free women, maybe 1 or 2 of them will flat out say, I hate kids. The other 98%, like, no. I think it's weird to hate kids. I think it's a mental illness. If you hate kids, something's wrong with you. Because, like, kids are innocent until the world screws them up, obviously. But for the most part, little kids are innocent. Kids are usually just a product of their environment. So if that's a good thing or a bad thing, I mean, it just is what it is, but they're a product of their environment. So it's not the kids that we hate when we say we don't want kids, right? It's the responsibility that we don't want. It's the burden. It's the constant worrying. It's not the kids themselves. So I really want to clear that up because that's crazy that people think that. I would protect a kid or any kid like in a heartbeat. So, but I don't want my own because I don't want that responsibility 24 fucking 7. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like right now, if I had kids, I wouldn't be able to do this without yelling at my kid every 5 seconds, like, go sit down or shut the fuck up or what, you know what I mean? Go be quiet. I'll be yelling. Like I would, or to be honest, I really just wouldn't be able to do this. Are there some people who can? Yeah. But they typically be yelling at their kids on live all the time. I'm just saying. The kids don't know how to stay out the room and I don't have the patience for that stuff. Like I'll get irritated very quickly. I don't got the patience. But I would never harm a child. And as a matter of fact, I would never let a kid know that they were pissing me off. Like I would hide it. Kids can pick up on things, don't get me wrong. But even when I worked in like nursing homes and stuff, some of those patients got on my last nerve. But I always smiled at them. I always showed up when they put their light on. I would go in there like, is everything okay? They wouldn't know if I was irritated because I wouldn't show it. The only way they would know is if they were psychic. So I don't believe in showing that to people that I'm caring for, especially not children. So they wouldn't know. I mean, unless they just really can feel it. But I would do my very best not to show that. So yeah, we do not harm kids. And as a matter of fact, a lot of child-free women actually have dedicated careers to kids. Like there are a lot of child-free pediatric nurses. They specialize in kids, literally. They could have went in any field in the nursing field, but they chose pediatrics because they like kids. Or you got preschool teachers, elementary teachers, nannies, pediatricians, so like kid doctors, right? There's plenty of people that don't have and don't want kids that work with kids on a daily basis. It's not about the kids. It's not about, I mean, it's not about hating them or it's not the kids themselves. It's the responsibility of those kids that we don't want. So I hope that clears things up because that's so offensive. Why do you hate kids so much? Like, what? I don't even use a comb when I wear a wig. I'm afraid it'll break my hair off. Oh yeah, man. Stream died for me for several. Did my stream died? She said Coach Anwar is a mess. He cracked me up. I like him. I like him. I like Coach Anwar because he advocates for Black women to interracially date and marry, which is something we don't hear other Black. I agree. That's one of the things I like about him. He's like, look, just open your options. Like, look, I'm telling you, open your options because it ain't what you looking for out here in the Black community. You probably not gonna find. And he tries to be as positive about it as he can be. But I mean, it's up to Black women to open up their options. If they don't want to, then you're gonna just keep getting the same results. And I'm not saying white men are just so much better than Black men or Asian men are just so much better. Not saying that at all. I think men are men. However, because one group is socialized to want a family more than the other one, your chances of getting what you want is probably going to be outside of the Black community. And if Black men hate to hear that, then Black men should be more family oriented. I mean, it's really that simple. That's why when they come at me like you trying to separate the Black community and blah blah blah, and you hate Black men, I'm like, look, I don't give a fuck. That's not it. But if you want to believe that, then believe it. But if you don't want women to be misandrous, then don't do things to make women hate you. That to me is very simple. But if you're gonna keep doing things to make women hate you, then women are gonna hate you. The fuck? what you want? What you want us to do? Oh wait. Umar is entertaining and full of BS. Nobody should be taking black facts. He is very entertaining. But I mean, that's it. Y'all better donate to that school. I ain't donating a token. Chucky. I'm not donating a Chuck E. Cheese token. Okay. He can't even get a Chuck E. Cheese token out of me. Mm-mm. A wolf dog, a Maine Coon, and a donkey. Stop. Not a donkey. Did somebody ask me this question already? I don't know the context, but they were saying earlier that she's a lesbian, so it makes sense that she would feel that way. I guess. Y'all better not donate to Dusty Umar Cult School. Ain't nobody donating to that school. I know I'm not. I feel bad for the people who did back 20 years ago, however long ago it was, because people really believed in him, and he can talk a good game. I mean, I will give him that. He knows how to articulate his words a certain way to get people to believe in him, but I ain't never fall for it. I just looked at him like, oh, so everybody gonna donate to his school? Okay, cool. That way I ain't gotta do it. Next. That's pretty much how I looked at it. In my country, a female police officer who was raped by her colleagues with video and DNA evidence then went public was locked up in a psych ward and her case was thrown out. Wow. That's why a lot of women don't come forward. But you know what? If you know you got to go up against some people like that, you got to get your ducks in a row before you do. You have to. Otherwise, this will happen. This is the type of shit they do. And that's so messed up. Oh, that's so messed up. Did she ever get out? What do y'all think about Casey Anthony? Do y'all think Casey Anthony should be locked up for the rest of her life? Do y'all think there's ever a time where she should get out? If y'all don't know who that is, she's a white woman who unalived her baby right after she gave birth to it. And I can't remember the entire story, but I know she put her baby in a trash can or in a field or somewhere. I don't remember. And she was found guilty, and I can't remember how long ago this happened. I'm thinking it's like 20 years, right? Let me look. Because it seemed like everybody just want her to stay locked up forever, and I'm just wondering why do y'all want her to be locked up forever? Okay, 2008. So that's a long ass time, y'all. So I'm reading. So in 2008. Oh, she was 2. Oh, wait, hold on. I thought she was a newborn. My bad. My bad, y'all. Was she 2? Wait, is that what happened? Okay, who in the comments remember the Casey Anthony thing? Anybody? I think for some women, having babies can send them into psychosis. I believe that's exactly what happens to a lot of women. Postpartum depression can be a form of psychosis to me. Like, I really think so. I heard Dochi's ex-boyfriend was DL in the closet and he lied to her. She said she'll date a bisexual though. So I guess her ex was straight pretending. I would never date a bisexual. No, let me say that again. I would never knowingly date a bisexual. Why? Don't get me started. Oh, don't get me started. Fuck. It's a preference before anybody get mad and start saying, oh, you're a turf or you are homophobic. Before y'all go there, I don't care. Y'all can call me whatever you want. I would never knowingly date a bisexual man ever. Because to me, he's gay. I mean, wait, she didn't go. Wait, what you mean she didn't go to? Did she go to jail? Wait, did she get out recently? What happened? I've been seeing stuff about her lately. I haven't really been clicking on it, but I've been like reading like captions and then I'll kind of keep going. I'm like, I've been seeing her a lot lately. Like, what the fuck? So did she just get acquitted recently? Susan Smith. Who was that again? Okay. She went to jail for a short time, but that was just for lying to the police. She got away with murdering her. Okay. Ah. She never went to jail. She got away with it. Well, there's that. What was the so the girl went missing. The daughter went missing and they said she killed her, but she got away with it though. She drowned her boys in the car. Oh, the Susan Smith lady? It's been so many of these stories with these mothers that have like it was a woman recently, like was it last week or the week? I don't know when it was. I forget. A couple weeks ago maybe, who had 3 or 4 kids and then she killed them all and then killed herself. She's not in jail, but she's on social media saying she's a legal advocate. That's so diabolical. A legal advocate for what? That's diabolical. Um, y'all, this whole time I thought that girl was in prison. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. I swear I thought she was just like the Menendez twins. I'm like, ain't they still in prison? They trying to get out? And it's been however many years it's been. Like, fuck. Casey Anthony's lawyer was able to cast doubt to the jury. Okay. Because she was a white woman. That ain't always true, but in this case, it sounded like that was the case. Because if it was a black chick, she probably wouldn't even had a trial. You're guilty because you're black. But she should be in prison. How is she able to unlike her baby then make a platform off that? Because she has the right, what they say, the right complexion for the protection. Thank you, FJ. Oh wow, that's very generous. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that sent me money. Even though I told y'all YouTube take half of that. Well, it's not exactly half. It's like 30 or 35%. I want to say 35, but it might be 30. It's a lot. I told y'all to send it to my Cash App. Next time I go live, I'm gonna put my Cash App in the thing. I don't feel like doing it right now. I don't feel like figuring out how to do it. But I do appreciate it because I know people do not have to send their money or get their money away. So I definitely appreciate it. YouTube get on my nerves too. I say YouTube get on my nerves. Facts. YouTube and TikTok. TikTok get on my nerves worse though. I'm getting off of here in 10 minutes, y'all, because I've been on here longer than I planned on being on here. I live in Detroit, so this next statement is based on my experience in Detroit. Many women have kids for money grab, taxes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in Michigan too, and I've seen the exact same thing all my life. Yeah. There are women who do that. But jokes is going to be on them, unfortunately, if and when they get rid of all of these government programs or cut them down so low to the point where it's not worth having. Um, that's gonna be a hard way. That's gonna be a hard way to survive. Mm-mm. Hey, Anomaly. Did I say that right? Hey, I'm catching a live. Yes. YouTube is so greedy. My God. Yes, they are. I don't think they would even care if we did it to our children. Sad part. I don't think they would care, but they would be happy to put you in prison as a black woman. Like crucify you in the media and then lock you up. It's not, and it won't be because they care. It'll just be like, yay, we get to basically hang another ninja, right? I'm just saying. They definitely don't give a damn. She's been in hiding. Okay, see Anthony. Okay. Is that what it is? So I'm like, I haven't seen her for a long time until recently. Like, where did she come from? I'm thinking maybe she got out of prison or was finna get out of prison this whole time, y'all. I don't be caring nothing about them folks. But what I was gonna say was, I guess it don't really matter now. But they be letting these men out to kill again. Why they don't want to let the women out? That's not funny. But I do be wondering. I'm just saying. Susan Smith lady drowned her sons and blamed it on a black man. Oh damn, really? So she did get caught, right? They realized that she was lying, right? And she's in prison where she belongs. They trying to cut Section 8, ain't they? Didn't they already cut it in some places? They got rid of that in some places from what I understand. So I don't know. And that's another thing. Like, I would never have kids based on government help. Because in my mind, I would always think in the back of my mind, what if they cut this off? That's how my mind has always worked. Like, I just don't believe in things lasting forever. And now look at what they're trying to do. I'm just saying. People have children just as a retirement plan. I didn't know this was a thing until I became an adult. You know the sad part? A lot of those parents are going to be in for a rude awakening. It's so many kids now that's going no contact with their parent, adult children going no contact with their parents. So good luck if you had kids as a retirement plan. And I'm not trying to be funny either, but I use my grandmother as an example all the time. My grandmother has 6 daughters. She buried 4 of them, which means she outlived 4 of them. The remaining 2, one had a lot of problems and she was the sweetest person ever, but she just had a lot of problems. And she couldn't take care of my grandmother because she could barely take care of herself. And the last one is the one who had to put her in a nursing home. So, and pretty much every parent that I know that has multiple children has whatever. Why can I talk? They have had to bury at least one of their kids. Some of them 1, 2, and 3, like multiple kids. Almost every adult that I know, like that's older than me. So nobody takes into account that your kids might die before you, or they might move away to another country or another state across the country, whatever. A lot of people's daughters end up getting murdered by their baby daddies or husbands. So it's like people don't want to take femicide rate. Y'all got to think the femicide rate, the women are being picked off at high numbers. And those women were somebody's daughters. All these people that y'all hear about horrible things happening to them, they were somebody's kids. They had parents. And I guarantee that no parent ever thinks it's going to be their kid that, gets unalived in a Walmart shooting or a school, pew-pewing, should I say, right? Nobody ever thinks it's ever going to be their kid, but it always turns out to be somebody's kid every day, all day. So I'm just saying, I would never use my kid as some kind of retirement plan because there's no guarantee that you might outlive them. They're trying to cut Social Security. Do they think their kids will be able to support them and themselves? Of course not. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's taking into account. I'm a millennial. I'm almost sure by the time I turn 60, Social Security won't even exist anymore. And even if it does, the amount will be laughable. I'm not. So that's what I'm saying. When people ask me who I'm going to have to take care of me when I'm older, I'm like, the money I'm saving. That's the only shot any of us got. Because I damn sure would not allow my kids to take care of me in old age, especially when it comes down to where they have to choose me or their own family. No, I would never put that burden on my kids, ever. Ever. You sending me another super sticker? TMFJ, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. What, the second or third one? I love that. Thank you so much. True. My mom expects me to finance the rest of her life and wonders why I don't talk to her often. Psh, listen. These parents gonna learn the hard way. I'm telling y'all better be worried about your own retirement and saving up your own money. There's no guarantee your kids are even going to like you, let alone be alive, let alone if they do like you and they are alive, can they afford to take care of you and their kids? Y'all be badgering y'all kids for grandkids. They have a bunch of give you a bunch of grandkids. They gonna have a huge family to take care of. They ain't gonna be able to do both. Y'all better think about that. Mama gonna have to go in a nursing home. And that's another thing. Working in healthcare for as long as I did, I had to be there when a lot of people died. Like a lot. And there were a lot of people who had a lot of family that visited them when they were dying or when they were just sick or going through COVID or whatever they were getting over. People would try to come visit them. And there were a lot of people who had nobody. And those people who had nobody had kids. And I'm going to tell y'all what the scenarios were in almost every case. A lot of them had kids that had died. A lot of them had kids that were on drugs so that the kids were too busy trying to get high. So they didn't have time to come visit mom or dad unless mom and dad had some money to help them get high, right? Many of them had kids that hated them. Some of them had kids that had moved away, like across the country or to the next state over or out of the country. Many of them had kids who were in prison. And a lot of them had kids that loved them and they didn't have an issue. But the problem was they didn't make it up there to be with them before they died. They didn't make it in time. The nurse would call and say, hey, such and such is dying. We don't think she's going to make it through the night. And they're like 5 states away and they didn't make it in time. That was a very common occurrence. So even if you have kids, it does not guarantee someone's going to be at your deathbed. You know who ends up at the person's deathbed almost most of the time, I would say? The healthcare professionals, the CNAs, the nurses, not even the doctors usually. Doctors aren't usually there. Nurses and CNAs or home health aides if they're at home. That's who's there at your deathbed 9 times out of 10. And I don't think people really take the time to think about that. Because I think about all the adult children that they just didn't make it there in time. Male children definitely abandoned there. Oh, yes, you can forget it. I almost never seen male children visiting their sick mom or sick dad. That was a rarity. Whenever you saw a son, that was like a 1 in a million shot. I'm not even joking. You can forget it. Oh, I forgot another category. The category of parents who had kids that only came up there to see when you were going to die so that they can inherit the house or the car or the money or whatever it was. or the kids who only came up there just to see if they could sue the facility for something you did wrong. Not because they love their mother, but because they just wanted to sue somebody. That was another category of adult children as well. I'm just saying. So if you have kids thinking they're going to take care of you in old age, life is going to show you something totally different. 9 times out of 10. So when people tell me, "Oh, just wait until you're 80." I'm like, "No, you wait until you're 80." We got a chance of being in the same boat at 80, whether you have kids or not. The chances of us ending up in the same nursing home or whatever is damn near 100%. Our outcomes are not going to be that different, I promise you. As a matter of fact, child-free women end up we tend to have a lot of like friendships, and we like to travel. And I'm saying in general, I'm not saying every single child-free person, but I'm saying generally speaking, we cultivate a lot of relationships and friendships. So like people got their family, people got friends, people do have kids. But at the end of the day, we are all vulnerable when we get old, whether you got kids or not. 80, you damn near dead anyway, so who cares? Lisa, listen, that is my sentiment exactly. Oh my god, damn near dead. Like you're literally 1 foot in the grave. What they used to say back in the day, 1 foot in the grave and the other one on the banana peel. Literally. Oh my god. Um Today's kids are trash. They don't even live. Maybe they meant like Ava Darling. They don't even like their parents. Is that what you're saying? An older lady I know told me she knew a woman who had 10 kids and none of them took care of her, not one. Listen. And you don't even have to fall out with your kids neither. That's another thing people don't get. You don't have to the scenario doesn't have to be that you are this horrible mother or horrible father. Sometimes kids just get caught up in their own life. Like, and don't let your kids become a drug addict. Because I ain't trying to be funny. Don't nobody like talking about that. It's a lot of drug addicts out here. And those drug addicts have mothers and fathers that probably never thought that they were going to end up on drugs. I'm sorry. Honestly, I truly believe that most parents who have children that leave their parents at nursing homes probably never built healthy relationships. I believe that's true as well. But what I do know too is that there are a lot of adult parents that did not want to put their mom and dad in a nursing home. They felt guilty doing it, but they had no other option because you got to think about it. If your mother ends up with dementia and she's to the point where she can't be left alone by herself, because my grandmother, when she got to her dementia stage and it got really advanced, my auntie told me that she had poured bleach in a pot on the stove and was going to make rice, thinking that she was pouring water. So when they get like that, they can't be by themselves anymore. So you got two choices: quit your job and get thrown out your house because you ain't paying your bills to take care of your mother in her home, but you ain't got no money to pay your light bill or your water bill or to pay the mortgage, or you have to put your mother in a nursing home. And a lot of them end up having to do that and feel guilty. They don't. I'm telling you, a lot of adult parents don't want to. A lot of them do want to, but there are some that don't. But it's like, what other option do you have? I got 4 kids, a husband or an ex-husband. We're trying to co-parent. I'm working 50, 60 hours a week to make ends meet because we broke up and now I can't afford the mortgage on my own. I want my mom to come live with me, but her dementia is so bad that when I go to work, I'm scared to leave her at home because she might burn the fucking house down. I got to put mama in a nursing home. That's literally what it boils down to many of the times. I know. I seen it for damn near 20 years. The drug abusers also abuse their parents. Facts. And They the ones that I seen that would come up there, it was only because they were trying to get money. Can you sign this check, mama? So I can go cash this check and go get high? I'm not even joking. Most people's bloodlines, including mine, are special. I have no guilt. Are special or aren't special? Personal nurses are expensive. They are. And to be honest, let me be very transparent with y'all. If I ever get to any point in my life where I am not able to take care of myself, I don't want to live anymore anyways. And I don't care what age I am. Right now I'm 40. If I was 40 and something happened to me, knock on wood, and I was at 40 not able to take care of myself anymore, I'm done. And that's just me, right? I don't believe in being a burden on people. So I wouldn't want to live anyways. I'm just saying. So if I'm 80 and I got to rely on human beings to look after me, I would rather be dead. Because when I worked in the nursing homes, I can assure you that most of them did not care about those people. And when you do care, everything falls on you because you care the most. So when you care the most, you take the most bullshit. I'm just being honest. A lot of them did not have the same heart I had. And it makes your job 10 times harder. And I know everybody won't be as thorough when they clean you and all of that. People will look at me like, you ain't got to do all of that. It's not that serious. Yes, it is. Because if it were me, I would want somebody to wash my ass correctly. I don't want to sit up in the bed and end up with bed sores because somebody just wanted to rush to lunch and they didn't want to wipe my ass right. I took pride in what I did. But I also know most people are not like that. So I would rather be dead. And I have that mentality because I actually worked in it and I know what it's like. Until you work in healthcare taking care of people, you have no idea. You can only go off of stories people tell you, but you have to literally work in that shit to know, like, really what you're up against. It is no joke. It is backbreaking work. It is hard to the point where people just cut corners or they abuse you. Somebody just said elderly abuse is real. Where is it at? Yes. They will abuse you because people are just assholes. And they don't think it'll ever be them. I just don't trust people to know how to take care of anyone, not even themselves. Facts. That's my point. So no, I'm not worried about turning 80 and having nobody at my deathbed because who gives a fuck? If I can't take care of myself, I don't want to be here no way. So me and my sister used to joke. Do y'all remember that Hover Around commercial back in the day? It used to be like my hover round. Right? How did I get to the top of the Grand Canyon? My hover round. Do anybody remember that commercial? And me and my sister would always joke and be like, but we for real though. We would say if we get to a point where I can't take care of myself and people got to come change my diaper, we would ride our hover rounds to the Grand Canyon and just keep going. My sister and I are actually all of us. It's 6 of us all together. We're morbid. We have a morbid sense of humor. But yeah, we would ride our hover rounds to the Grand Canyon and just don't stop. Just keep going until you tumble over the tumble over the edge and call it a day. I had a good life. Deuces. I'm not even joking. I'm for real. Lisa Hill said my mom has one. Yeah, a lot of elderly people got one. Shit, I'll definitely get me one. I would get one just for that purpose. Thousands of dollars just to drive my hover around over a cliff. I'm so serious. Servant woman doesn't want anyone twerking on her face, making a TikTok and stuff. Oh my god, that is so facts. Y'all, when I see videos like that, I be getting mad. Cause you talking about that woman that was twerking on that old man, right? That's what you talking about? Yeah, I was pretty pissed off about that. Like, bitch, really? Didn't she get fired or something? I don't like stuff like that. Like, why? And then you recorded yourself. Like, how stupid are you? Um, and I get wanting to entertain the elderly because, like, we'll go in there and we'll like sing a rap song, and some of them would like notice, some of them would know the words, and we got a kick out of that. Like, but I would never start twerking. Oh no, it's ways you can have fun with the elderly that some people would say you're not supposed to do that, but not nothing inappropriate like that. Like, really? I don't know. But they said she got fired. I hope she lost her license. Well, I ain't gonna say I hope she lose her license, but she need a punishment for a little while, and then hopefully she learned from it. I don't believe in punishing people forever though, unless you were just out here, you a serial unaliver or something like, you know what I mean. I've never been a nurse, but I took care of my grandma for a couple of weeks, and my parents were surprised that I did it without any experience. Yeah, it definitely just comes to you, cause I had a great auntie, which was my grandmother's sister back when I was like 10. And I used to help take care of her. And I actually enjoyed it. And actually, it was one of the things that made me want to get into nursing, like the whole nursing field. I mean, I was a CNA for a long time. And then I was in nursing school, but I dropped out of nursing school in October of 21 because of the whole COVID shit. Because they were like, well, you're going to have to get your COVID shot, or you're not going to be able to finish your clinicals. And I was a semester away from graduating. And I said, well, I guess I'm not going to be a nurse then. So I was pissed off because I went through all of that basically for nothing for the most part. But I wasn't taking that shot no matter what. So I was always like in healthcare for like, that was my main career for almost 20 years. Um, oh wait. Oh, okay. My siblings were nurses. Oh, okay. I didn't read the rest. My siblings who were nurses were surprised too. When you care for people, a lot of times it really just come to you and you learn as you go, like certain techniques and stuff. But when you just have it in you to care, it just comes to you, you know? My joke with my kids is just put me on an iceberg with a voice recording saying, "You're getting me a blanket in a minute and save your money." Stop. Oh my God. For real though, because I'm telling you, I wouldn't put that burden on my kids. Not at all. She got arrested. Hey, beautiful, love your hair. Thank you. She got fired and arrested. Because come on. Uh, yeah, I was mad about that. I think that was just so stupid. And the fact that she recorded herself, like, girl, you had to know you was going against what they call it, HIPAA. You had to know at the very least HIPAA. Uh-oh. That my boyfriend texting me. Okay. I'm gonna get off of here. um People are becoming more callous, selfish, and heartless by the day. This failed human experiment needs to end. Yes. Ava, you and I think a lot alike. Please don't perpetuate this travesty. Listen, are we twins? Are we long lost twins? Because listen, she was not mentally stable. You talking about that the girl at the nursing home? Because clearly, if she's not mentally stable, then I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of compassion for people. It might not come across that way, but I do. I don't want to see people suffer for too long. Like if you need a punishment, then yeah, this person needs a punishment. Hopefully they learn their lesson. But I don't believe in like punishing people forever. You know what I mean? Unless they really, really deserve it. Like you really deserve it. But it's like if you're gonna punish somebody for the rest of their life, then what's the point? Like, shouldn't they just die? Do you know what I mean? Suffering forever? Like, nah. That's not only if they don't learn a lesson. I'll put it that way. Yeah, that was very disrespectful. Um, I have an autoimmune disease, so I won't live long anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Yikes. Oh, that was just like a doom message. You might. There's a lot of people who have autoimmune diseases and they say, "Oh, you got 5 years to live," and they live for 50. I'm just saying. You never know. Um, I don't know what your disease is, but I do know that fasting is a great tool for most diseases to either disappear, go into remission, or whatever. Like our bodies feed off of mucus and sugar or glucose or whatever. And when you starve your body of whatever is happening, that's the best way to essentially cure yourself. I am not a doctor. I am not giving medical advice, but fasting is very important. So I don't know what illness you have, but I would definitely look into that because a lot of times disease just thrive on whatever poisons you're putting in your body. Now I know autoimmune disease is different because your immune system is attacking itself, right? But I don't know what it is, but I would look into fasting. I'm just saying. Starve it out. Like when I find out people have certain cancers, I'm like you got to fast. And it can't survive on nothing. If you're not putting anything in your system but drinking water, eating like greens, like healthy greens and stuff, it can't survive. There's no way for it to survive and thrive. Do you get what I mean? You have to figure out what the disease thrives on and find a way to cut it out. But I'm not a doctor, but I'm just telling you what I learned in nursing school. Um, my other joke is put me on Bezos' yacht and give me a Viking funeral. I wouldn't mind go I went on a yacht a few years ago, when I went to Miami. My friend, so it's a very big thing in Miami to, like, rent somebody's yacht or whatever. They usually don't just give you the yacht and say, "Here you go. Here's the money." They usually take the boat out because it's their boat. And they're just, like, there as a silent person, like, conducting the boat and taking you places or whatever. But it was a very fun experience. Um so I love yachts, but I would never want the responsibility of one. So if you know people that have one, definitely go on the yacht. It is a very fun experience. My boyfriend has a pontoon, I think is what it's called. And we were going out on his boat on this lake because he lived by a lake or whatever. Um last summer. I'm looking forward to it again. I can't wait actually. I'm one of those people too that when you first put me out on some water, I'm like, why is the boat shaking? Oh, it's just the waves. No, there ain't no waves. Yeah, I was like that at first. And then I got used to it after like, I don't know, hour. I was like, okay. And then it was like, are we going on the boat today? Are we going on the boat this weekend? Next thing you know, we went on the boat the rest of the summer. Um 100% fasting is really amazing. When you fast, you're basically like resetting your system. Cause like if you have like sugar cravings or whatever, and you fast and don't eat it for 3 days, or some people do a week, some people do 21 days. So, you have to break it up and do what's comfortable for you. But you're starving it out. Like you're really resetting your body. That's literally what you're doing. And these pharmaceutical companies and stuff, they don't want you to know that because if everybody cures themselves, then guess what? The pharmaceutical companies go out of business. So they're not gonna tell us this stuff. And that's why they don't want us to when you like go onto like a vitamin website and like order vitamins and stuff, it'll say, well, this is not backed by the FDA. So the FDA is not making any claims that, whatever. They're doing that because they don't want you to use the herbs and like natural remedies and stuff. But nowadays, I feel like our soil in this country is so messed up, then a lot of that stuff probably ain't gonna even work no more. But don't listen to me. I'm just thinking, I'm doom thinking right now, so don't pay me no attention. But I feel like it's getting there if it ain't already gotten there. But as of now, I would say fasting is like a reset. So, it's very important. It's hard to do when you first start, but because at first I could not eat breakfast in the morning, and now I don't eat until like 11 or 12 every day. I get up and I go to work. I get up every day at like between 3:45 and 4 o'clock. I get dressed. I go to work. I'll be up lounging around. I'll make me some coffee or something, and I do not eat anything. I have to be to work at 6 o'clock. I go do my run. I come back. If they have something else for me to do, I do all of that. By the time I get done, I go get some lunch. If I didn't cook anything and take it with me, but I will not eat anything until like 11 or 12. And then I'll eat during that window, and I don't want to eat like after 5 o'clock. And that's been working for me. Um, and I'm not really trying to lose weight per se. I'm trying to lose a few inches, but not really weight, if that makes sense. But I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, I'm not trying to like get skinnier or nothing. But I'm doing it mostly for my energy levels too. Like that's the main thing. Um, Boats are a money pit unless you can afford them. Yeah, I believe they are, but it ain't my responsibility. Something happened to the boat last summer. It ended up needing something. His dad took it in to get it fixed. So he didn't even have to worry about getting the boat fixed. So, yeah. So I damn sure it ain't look, just let me know when it's fixed. So I can go back out there again. Not my responsibility. But yeah, I think it is a money pit. Um Eliminate sugars and dairy. My what you call kryptonite, my weakness. Sugars and dairy is my weakness. Because I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to give up cheese ever. And sugar? Like, you mean to tell me I can't eat muffins anymore or cheesecake or cookies? Whew. I think the key for me is to like do it in moderation. Like I cut back on it a lot, but I still have it because I can't imagine life without ice cream. What? Yeah, I know they got the non-dairy stuff, but that shit don't taste the same. If y'all know of a brand of ice cream that's non-dairy that actually tastes good, leave it in the comment section. But oh shit. Okay, y'all. I am gonna get off of here because I still got a little bit of daylight left. And I was gonna take my car to the car wash, but I kind of want to wash it myself. Because every time I take my car to the car wash, I get more scratches. And I got a black car. So that's some bullshit. I got a black Chrysler. And every time I go through the car wash, I get more scratches. Like them little fines, them little swirl marks and them little fine scratches. I'm like, fuck. And guess what I did last week? I had to replace my bumper on my car. I put my own bumper on my car. I took it off, took the old one off. I actually got the old one still in my basement. I need to take it and put it outside to the trash. I just don't know if they're gonna pick it up or not. I think they will. Um, but yes, I put on my own bumper. Y'all know I like to fix stuff. I'm like a man around here. I be doing man shit. It took me an hour and I struggled, but I got that bitch on. I took the day off work last Thursday and everything because I was like, so I had to go get a new battery. Um, and I needed to get my flex pipe changed. My exhaust pipe or whatever. So I took the day off work. I was like, you know what, let me just go take care of this. And it took me an hour. My goal was to try to do it in 30 minutes because I knew where everything went. I knew what clipped in where, but because it was an aftermarket bumper, it was my rear bumper. because it was an aftermarket bumper, it did, it don't fit exactly like the factory. Because if I was gonna get a factory bumper, that shit was gonna cost me like $6,000. I said, absolutely not. And my bumper cost me like $300. That was way better compared to some fucking almost $6,000. Like, I was out there struggling, and it was cold that morning and everything. I was out there like, I was gonna cry, like, oh my God, why won't this bumper go on there? You know how sometimes you just gotta, how you just lose energy and then you just gotta gain that energy right back and say, okay, I'm finna get this shit. I had to pull one of those, and I just pushed and pushed. Oh yeah, it's a Chrysler 300, and listen, they consider those cars to be luxury cars. I never knew that because I never considered that to be a luxury car, but that shit is expensive. And the way they doing these cars now, they're making it to where the parts to replace them are super expensive, and you can't get to the transmission uh to change the transmission fluid. You got to take it into the dealership. They do this shit on purpose, trying to put the street mechanics out of business, basically. Because if you go to a good street mechanic, you gonna save double what you would have paid going to these dealerships. So, and they know that. Um, Wait, I choose chaos. Wait, what? What you mean? Um, my Audi back in my day was brought to you by Google Mechanic School. Facts. Oh, I learned how to do it on YouTube. I was like, there's got to be a YouTube video. There was a couple of them. I haven't driven anything but a Chrysler since like 2012. This is my second one. I drove that one for 10 years. I got rid of it in 22 and I got that one in 22. Um it's a newer one, obviously, but YouTube University, absolutely. I'm telling y'all can learn how to do anything on YouTube. I watched me a couple videos. Some people was talking too much, and I was like, okay, I'm clicking off this video because I ain't got time. Then I find another one, and then I'm like, okay. The funny thing is, I had to end up going back to the video where they was talking too much and just kind of skip ahead and pay attention to little things. And I had to go get me a socket wrench set to get off some of the I got a lot of tools and stuff too, y'all. One day I'm gonna show y'all my little workshop. The next time I build something, which I plan on building me a shed very, very soon, because I got a lot of tools and I got a back porch, and I have like most of my tools on the back porch. I got a lot of them in the basement. And so I need my back porch to be a relaxation area, and I got to get all that crap from out of there. So I literally have to build me a shed. Like, I must. Otherwise, I'm going to lose my mind. Because it's all starting to just begin to be too much. I did a smoker 2 years ago. Wait, what? What you mean? I love your resourcefulness and perseverance. Thank you. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm in a relationship now, which I wasn't planning on being in ever again. Ever. But the thing is that the last few years, I still drive trucks. I just got off work. I got off at 2:30. It's 6:00 here my time. But anyway, I learned how to do stuff because I was planning on being single. Like, in my mind, I was gonna be an old lady and I was gonna learn how to do everything by myself. Because I'm like, I'm planning to be single. I'm choosing to be single, so I might as well learn. I don't want to have to call a man and ask a man to do shit. That's pretty much been my mindset. So I learned how to do a lot of things. And it's still a lot of things I want to learn how to do, just because I just want to learn how to do it. Eventually, when I own a house, because I rent now. I've been here for 3 years. Eventually, I'm going to want to buy a house. And when I do, I'm gonna know all about the ins and outs because very soon I'm gonna get my residential builder's license. But not necessarily to build a house from scratch, but to learn all of the components that go in, like every step. You gotta build the foundation, and then you gotta do the plumbing, then you gotta do the wiring, then you know what I mean? So I wanna learn everything. I wanna learn how to repair a roof, which I kind of think I know how to do that. Like put a roof on and stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to learn how to do it's all interesting to me anyways. I love that type of stuff. And then that way, when it comes time that I do have to repair the HVAC system or whatever, can't nobody get over on me because I'm gonna know what's up. I'm gonna know what stuff usually costs. I'm gonna know where to find the cheap this that still work good. I probably know how to install that bitch myself. You feel me? That's how I look at it. But I know a lot of women don't want to do these things, but I'm telling you, I enjoy it. When I was putting my bumper on, people at work was like, "What? You didn't get I ain't gonna say his name. You didn't get your man to do it?" I was like, "He said he wanted to help me, but I'm not somebody that I don't wait on people." He was at work too. I didn't expect him to take off work. I took off work. I'm like, I'm good. I can do it myself. He wanted to help me. He always wanted to help me do stuff. But I just don't. Oh my God. TMFJ. Stop it. This is like what, the fifth super sticker you sent? Thank you so much. This is so sweet. Grab some journeyman and make him I haven't done construction work, but I'm very interested in doing construction. Not like I'm not gonna do no backbreaking shit, but I do want to learn about it. I want to learn as much as I can. The stuff is interesting. When I got my CDL, I went with one of my friends on a few of his jobs where they paved the highways or whatever, and I learned what goes into that. And being a what they call it flow boy, that truck with like a million axles on it. We ever see those trucks that's out there when they're paving the highways, whatever? They got like fucking 50 wheels on each side. It's not 50, but it's a lot of them. That job is easy because literally all you do is go to the yard and get filled up with the cement or the asphalt or whatever it is, and you drive back to where they're paving the highway, and all you literally do is back up the entire time. And they'll blow a whistle and they'll say, "Stop, dump this out. Okay, stop. Okay, back up some more." They get paid a lot of money to just sit there and back up. And at first, I was thinking about doing it. I was like, well, damn, I need to learn how to do this. The only thing I wouldn't like about that is the hours. The hours are so sporadic, they're long, and that's the only thing that's making me like, nah. Mm-mm. I know. Your blessing for everyone you give will be tenfold. Facts. Thank you so much. Listen, I tried to use a drill and a saw once. Oh, I got well, it's a little cheap drill, but I have a miter saw. I got a bunch of drills. I have like 2 hand saws. One that I don't use, the other one I use. Actually, I have 3 hand saws. I have a hand one. No, 2 circular saws and 1 hand saw. Like the little you use them for different products or projects. So depending on what you're doing, you'll use a certain saw for this. Like when I do my shed, the main saw I know I'm going to use is the circular saw and the miter saw because I have to cut the wood down and I got a lot of tools. And I bought a lot of my tools like towards the end of 23 and all of last year. I just and y'all, I be on YouTube watching YouTube videos, like watching people build stuff. And that's how I learned how to do a lot of things. And I just be down there experimenting. And I will be like, oh, I'm gonna need one of these. So I'll go out and buy it. And I got so much shit. I like went on a shopping spree of like tools and stuff. But it's because I enjoy it too. And some of that stuff I've gone out and gotten, and I'm like, I don't even need this right now, but I know I'm gonna need it later. And I end up needing it later every time. I'm like, I'm so glad I bought this. Oh, you proud of me? Oh, thank you. I got almost everything. So you like to build stuff too? Mm. Wait, what? Wait. Literally screaming matches in the past about me. Okay, y'all. I'm finna get off of here. It's been fun. I am gonna start back going live on YouTube again, and I probably would do both. Um, I did that once or twice before where I went live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. Um, so yeah, it was a good conversation until we got off. And this happens a lot too, by the way. We'll start off with one conversation and we end up talking about 50 things. That happens on every single one of my lives. I'm telling y'all now. So, oh yeah, Harbor Freight. I don't know if you ever heard of Menards. I don't know if that's like a Michigan thing or whatever, but there's a place called Menards and they are the best. I like Menards better than Home Depot, Lowe's, and Harbor Freight put together. Um, thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Rose. You mean a good conversation, don't apologize. Why, thank you. I love a good tangent. I'm always going on tangents. That's all I do. They should have named me Tangent. That should be my middle name. Oh, you know about Menards? Oh yes. That's so funny. Because I sing that song in my head every time I go in there. That's so funny. It's so catchy. That's my favorite store. Most of my tools, I would say like 90% of my tools I got out of Menards. Like 90%. I go in Home Depot to get my lumber mostly. I've gotten lumber from Menards too. But they kind of far. And I can fit some stuff in my car, but I don't like driving that far if I gotta do lumber bump. The Home Depot closest to me is like right down the street, like maybe like 4 minutes away. So I just get my lumber from there. But all the other stuff I get from Menards. Michigan represent by marriage. Yeah. Thank you for spending time here with us. It was fun. I wish there were a person invite. I know. One day I'm gonna work on that because that would be so cool to do. Like, I wouldn't want to meet everybody because people be scaring me, but it'd be certain people, certain content creators, certain supporters. Like, I just like, we just saying cool as shit. Okay, y'all. I am going to go. I don't know that I'm probably gonna go live again sometime next week because tomorrow Friday I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy this weekend. So Sunday maybe. Sunday the earliest if I do it. I usually don't do anything on Sunday because I call it Sunday my Sunday reset. I'm usually not available to anybody. Nobody. I'm like, that's the day I come home. I do my own little spa facials in my house and I do my little manicure and I do laundry and I make me some dinner that's gonna last me a couple days so I ain't gotta buy no junk when I go to work. It's like a reset day. You know what I mean? Organize some stuff. Self-care Sunday, exactly. So I usually I'm not available. Now I do usually be at my boyfriend's house on Saturday into Sunday morning. And then like around like right before noonish, I come home and like that's the rest of my day is mine. I do whatever I want 24/7. I know that's right. You have healthy boundaries, just say it. I do. I do. I really do. Be careful, bring your pew pew. To what? Where am I taking my pew pew to? Or a live podcast show with the other ladies. Oh, I'm so glad you just said that, Marsha. If y'all are on our podcast, we are switching over to video. So All of our episodes, we got like 17 episodes where we're like, you just hear our voices, you don't see us, it's just audio. We are switching over to video. Um, I want to say this next Monday, because we have episodes dropping on the podcast every Monday. This next episode on Monday, we're not going to be visual, but we plan on being visual the following Monday. So what's that? The 24th, I think. So yeah, we're going to video because we think people would like it better if we were, on video. So we kind of decide that the podcast show is funny. Oh, thanks. Y'all like the podcast? We're growing it and we're enjoying it so far. We always joke and say we're trying to get like Joe Rogan, but it's a pipe dream. But yeah, we working at it. We working at it. We trying to grow. We are growing. We got a Patreon for the podcast too. That's growing like every single week. Yeah. YV edit definitely shines best in video. I agree. Gwen wasn't really ready to go video, but she's okay with it now, which I totally understand. And that's the reason why we didn't go on video from the beginning, because we were just trying to accommodate her, but she's okay with it now. We didn't want to do it unless everybody was okay. So now we're all on the same page and we're like, yes. Dethrone Joe and his brain rot. Wait, what? Are you talking about Joe Rogan? I used to really like Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't know what happened. I don't even really watch it no more. Some years back, man, especially during the pandemic, I enjoyed his podcast. I don't know what happened. We do have the podcast on YouTube as a secondary place to put it, but we're primarily on Spotify and Apple. But wherever you can download podcasts, you will find us anywhere. But we're primarily we have the most followers and downloaders on Spotify first and then Apple second. Those are our two major ones. But you can find us anywhere. And then we do put it on YouTube, but if you're trying to get like a lot of engagement and comments and stuff, it will be on the actual Spotify or Apple Podcast. I know. Why did he do that? That's annoying. Well, that's that on that. All right, y'all. Good night. Almost every RP statement you put on the podcast I've heard before. The what now? The RP. I'm slow. What you talking about? Yep, Spotify. Yeah. Distraction demon. Oh, red pill. Okay, wait. So you said almost every red pill statement you put on the podcast I've heard before. Oh yeah, facts. Are we I don't know when the next time we're gonna do our Dusty Pod red pill where we pretend to be red pill. We're gonna do another one of those. I don't know exactly when, but a lot of people seem to like those. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, me and YV Edit and Bourbon Bougie, and sometimes Public came in there once. Public said he'll do it again though. We pretend to be red pill and we just spit all the red pill talking points. Red pill is like the bullshit that men say on these podcasts, like don't date a single mother, stupid shit like that. So we get on there and we pretend like we're those ridiculous guys, and it's fun. Yeah, it's called the Dusty Pod. I actually got a couple of those episodes on my YouTube channel. Y'all can scroll through and find it, and YV Edit does too. We got the same two on each of our. Oh yeah, we have the man filter, the mustache, like goatee or whatever. We got the whole filter and the sunglasses and everything, and we just be on there wilding out. It was fun to do both times. But yeah, if you go through my videos, it's like only about a month or two back, I would say, for both of them. And you will see us on the thumbnail with a beard or a goatee. Me and Burb and me and Lisa. We got a lot of good feedback too. It was so fun. I love when Burb does a man filter. Yes. Burb, her name is Tyrone. My name is Glocktavius. YV name is Billy. Y'all probably don't know who Belladonna is, but she's one of my mods on TikTok. Her name was Ron Dietrich. Who else? Public was himself. He was on there like interviewing us, and I don't know how he was able to do that with a straight face, but it was so fun having him on. Gwen was on there, and well, Gwen was on there one time, and I can't think of what her name was. Damn it, Gwen, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm Glocktavius. A lot of people like that character. They told me I was scaring them. They said I was too good at that character. But all Red Pill is just saying the most ridiculous shit. Like the more ridiculous you are, that's what makes it so funny. Because those podcast guys are ridiculous. Like they say the most ridiculous shit. I might name a cat that Glocktavius Jr. Oh my god, I'm just noticing. Has that picture been there this whole time? Wow. I'm just noticing that was a cat picture. I'm so late. That is so cute. Oh my god, that cat is so cute. Is that your cat? Like Andrew Tate. Yeah. People like that. Or what they call them, Funky and Fresh. They got 20 names for those guys. Funky and Fresh. I can't even think of it all. It's so many names they got, and each one of them are very funny. My kitten right there in my face. That is so cute. Oh my god. I can't wait to get a cat. I'm gonna get 2 of them. But I ain't ready yet. I gotta get a bigger house. I know that might sound crazy. But I have to. Fake and fraud. Yeah, that was another one. It's so many of them. Oh my god. Her name is about to be Glocktavius. Is so funny. Flabby and Funky is crazy. I heard so many. They tried to do shock value. Right now, they're just epic failures. Absolutely. I don't even think they believe their own ideologies. You know what? I don't know. Maybe. It's hard to say. It would make me feel better if they really didn't believe those things. But they're so stupid. I really don't know. The cats need their own room. They do. And they just need more room to just roam around and get into stuff. If they want to knock some shit over, I would much rather them have a cat room with a whole bunch of climby things and whatever. They can knock shit over in there. If they start knocking things over in here, like in my office room and whatever, we're going to have a problem. So, yeah. I'll pamper the shit out of my cats. For sure. I believe cats deserve to be pampered. Men who have never been married or over a certain age are a major red flag. You think so? Well, my man ain't never been married. He never really cared. I don't think he was against marriage. I just think you know how sometimes you just never meet the right person? I don't know. I think his mom and dad love me, by the way. I think they would like to see us get married. I just don't want to. I like things the way they are. Oh my god. If you send me one more you're forbidden. I forbid you to send me any more super stickers. Thank you. But I'm literally forbidding you now. I'm forbidding you. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I guess you want to make up for the fact that YouTube going to take a big chunk of it. Or you forgot. Did you forget that quick? Oh my god. I forbid you. Thank you so much again. All right, for real now. I promise I'm going to get off. Okay, I'm going to see y'all sometime next week. I'm going to come back. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I'll think of something. No, I just give. And you know what? I'm the same way. So I get it. I'm the same way. Your fortune will be doubled and tripled. Like, what you put out, you get back a lot of times. Glocktavius Jr. said, "Hey, thank you." Glocktavia. Oh wow, that is so funny. I thought you said Glocktavius this whole time. Glocktavia is so cute and funny. I like that. That's so funny. TMFJ is living an abundant life. She got too much money. Facts. Because what? um. Okay, I'm finna get off after this. I promise. Fit is gay and Fresh pressured his hooker to get an abortion. I remember that. Fresh paid for sex. Nick, how you say his last name? Fuentes. Fuentes. Am I saying that right? Is gay. Oh, he clearly is. He went on a room with a guy dressed as a cat girl. I think they're all gay. Honestly, I really do. Accidentally watch gay porn on live stream. They're all gay to me. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's only wrong when you're lying to women about it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only way. It's like, don't rope women into your bullshit. Like that I don't like. But if you're gay, be gay. Don't nobody give a damn. Like I said, I want more men to be like comfortable in who they are. Cause I feel like life is too short to like be fake. Life is too short to go through life hiding who you are. Hold on one second. What the hell was that? I actually think that's one of them stray cats out there making noise. But yeah, I feel like life is too short to go through your life pretending. You know what I mean? Like, so I want more people to just be who they are. Not to make fun of nobody or nothing like that, but just be who you are. Like, I feel like we're in a time where it's okay. Like we're in a time in human history where it's okay to just come out and be who you are. Man or woman. Oh, you heard that too? I don't know. I think it was a cat, maybe. Something fell in my little backyard area thing. Cause I'm like, what the fuck was that? Y'all heard that too? That's so funny. Um, I just saw someone talking about how she thinks pimps are on the DL and want to be the women they manage. Probably. They live vicariously through them and take their money as a resentment type of punishment or something. Probably. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. Um, life is too short to be fake in any area of life, romance, career, etc. I totally agree. I feel like the world would be a better place in general, and people would be happier. Oh, excuse me. People would just be happier in general if they could just be free. You know what I mean? Mentally free, financially free, emotionally free, physically free, whatever. Just be free. Like, it wouldn't be nothing to be upset about. Because people who are upset do crazy things. But if everybody is like okay in an okay space, and they're just genuinely happy and content, it wouldn't be no reason to like turn up and be violent and you know what I mean? It wouldn't be no reason. Okay. I'm finna click off. I gotta force myself to do it, otherwise I'm gonna still be on here. I got stuff to do before it get dark. It's finna get dark real quick. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all next week. It's been a great talk. Thank you, TMFJ, for like those 1,000,001 super chats. Thank you. That's so sweet. And look at my face. I'm all extra shiny. Yeah, it's time for me to. I don't even know if I'm washing my car now, but I am finna go get my little workout in. So, yes, being your authentic self, the world will be better. Absolutely. All right. Good night, y'all. I will see y'all probably early next week. Bye.